in terms of Sin 5 taking on CT.
I mean, one thing that I enjoy watching, specifically from Chevalele, she always has this ability to kind of harden off angles and corners you don't expect people to be, and then just fragging out. She's got the aim to match. You see, often you find players hiding in those positions, but they don't have the aim to get those multi kills, but she does, and she makes sure to actually hit her headshots, and she clutches out the round. It's going to be extremely exciting to see what Paw Patrol have up their sleeves for the T side.
It's going to be we've seen their utility, we've seen their teamwork, you know, the refrags that they have, how they play together, peak together, and so forth. So I think their T side is going to be quite a strong T side, and it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do. Caddy Kush getting some information in mid over there. It looks like the girls will be pushing towards B. Kushlord going to be taking on the first fight. Unfortunately, Baby taking her down.
Well, those easy 2 kills there by Baby Tooth and Nats. Tinks is going to take down Simone. Oh, and a good shot there by Leaf. A second good shot there by Tinks, and that's going to be the second pistol round for Sin 5.
Yeah, that's a really good pistol round from Sin 5. They have a strong pistol push. I mean, we saw their economy, the previous one where they had pistols, they broke the economy of Paw Patrol, and they actually, you know, almost won that round, but they took, you know, broke 3 players in terms of that round. But back to a nice, it looks like it's going to be a buy from both teams. Scorps and Tinks trying to 1v1 in mid over there, taking some damage. Tinks drops down to 35 HP, unfortunately losing that battle. But it looks like the girls will be pushing towards mid and towards B. But is it going to be the best call? 3 players on B!
Baby Tooth could have gone huge there, but Nexi does help her out a little bit there. As Kushlord is flanking, gets the one, Scorps gets the second, and now the bomb starters are all theirs as Kushlord needs to plant the bomb right now.
Yeah, 2v2, lots of utility coming out, blocking down the door, so nobody can push from there. But we have a sneaky little flank coming from uppers from Chef over here, and she might just run into 2 players if they do the timing correctly over here. It'll work in their favor. Chef takes down both of the players, huddle up in that corner. Nasty. That was nasty. They should not have done that.
I mean, it was just timing is sometimes all this game is about, and we see that yet again. Chevalele just pushes out and manages to find both players in her crosshairs.
Yeah, you'd naturally expect, you know, on an SMG buy like that, you'd want to stick together and push together, and I think that's what Paw Patrol anticipated, and it looks like Sin 5 was just like, nah, that's not what's going to happen this round. We're going to split up, and Chev just played in her favor with her little friend baiting out some sound cues over there. A nice little A push. Oof, Simone getting the kill onto me. Not doing any damage, unfortunately. Baby Tooth!
The swag! So much swag. I gotta love it. That's so much money for Baby Tooth. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
but there are still 2 Deagles, and Deagles do a lot of things.
Oh. Tinks over there with the follow-up scout. She manages to take down the last player. 9-9. We are tied. I think it's the second time this map so far. We saw 2-2 earlier in the game, and we also now see 9-9. So it's full buys now. This is going to be super exciting to see what happens.
I think things just need to slow down a little bit here for Paw Patrol. They're kind of just rushing straight into Sin 5 as you see Kalikush getting the first kill on Chevrolet does find a good kill onto Kushlord. Nats takes
so bad. So bad. He's getting the kill onto Nats.
Another
and onto Simon. They're not looking too healthy though. Baby dropped down to 23 HP and Leaf on 68. Next he's still in tip-top shape. The bomb is hanging around towards mid. It doesn't look like they know what they want to do. Kalikush has an AWP in her hand. Scorps is still, you know, she's quite fun in terms of, you know, she's got an AK-47, she's got flashbangs, she's going to be fine, but I don't know, it doesn't look like they know what they want to do.
Let's just remind everyone here that this was Paw Patrol's back. So if they lose this, the momentum will suddenly just go straight into Sin 5's favor.
It definitely will. It definitely will. Let's see what they decide to do. Scorps flashing on towards Catwalk. I don't know if she knows that there's 2 players that she's got to take on. They've got 30 seconds left of the map, so they're going to have to make a play, and they're going to have to make it now.
Kelly Kush has to peek here, has to find the first kill if she wants to open up the side. The Molly is going to go towards ramp. That's actually a really well placed Molly. Scorps gets the first. Leaf manages to take down Kelly Kush. Oh, almost managing to take down Scorps. Scorps left on 5 HP. The nade goes out. Will she be Quibbist? Yes, she does.
Beautiful. This is beautiful, 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 beautiful. Well played from, who was the last player that's actually got that Quibbist over there? I didn't actually see.
It was Nexi with the Quibbist there. I just want to state, no, it isn't best of ones. I'm just saying if the momentum will go into favor of Sin5, because this wasn't their map pick. The next map is overpass between the two.
It is overpass between the two of them, and it's a best of 3 in the Diamond Cups. And the Platinum Cups, if I'm not mistaken, is a best of 5. Scorps, she might actually run right into Tinks over there. Tinks unfortunately falling with Scorps holding a nice little naughty angle over there. I think Tinks was way under the impression that something else was going to happen there. She tried a sneaky little push and unfortunately not working in her favor. 2 players towards long as well, but this is going to be quite a tough one.
Whoa, that shot from Nexi is nasty as she takes down Nats, leaving in a 4v3 situation. Everyone on Paw Patrol having an AK and quite enough utility to manage to take down the side, so...
Yeah, but they are playing down a lot of time and not really taking much map control, and I think that's what's worrying for at the moment. Unfortunately, as I say that, the bomb falling next, taking down Kushlord, Leaf taking down Scorps. And I feel like whenever I click to another player, they just end up dying before I can even get there.
But Kadikush left on a 1v4. I wonder if she's even going to try this here. She seems just to be waiting outside this B area, hoping someone comes into her crosshair, gives her the 1v1.
That's going to be a tough one. We see a player pushing up towards upper tunnels. Baby Tooth going to try and maybe play for some kind of information. I think her footwork gives away some sound cues over there, but Kalikush is going to be disciplined and not move a muscle. And unfortunately, that timer runs down to 5 seconds left, and it looks like Sin5 will be taking this round 11-9. What a turn of events. I honestly anticipated a completely different outcome, seeing as, you know, Paw Patrol were doing exceptionally well on their CT side.
Okay, yes, let's just quickly look at the scoreboard. We see Scorps going absolutely crazy, 23 for 12 right now. That's insane. She's doing a lot of work here on the side of Paw Patrol.
She really is doing a lot of work. But, you know, a lot of people like to think that the top fragger is always, you know, the better player and so forth. It's not necessarily the case. If you have really good support players that are flashing you in and trying to get you onto site and so forth, you could be at the bottom of the list, but you could be giving, you know, your players information and so forth. Lots of frags going down. Scorps and Callie unfortunately losing their lives, Baby Tooth along with them. And it's a 4v3. Nat, Simone and Kushlord are the 3 players alive. It looks like the bomb will be going towards A long. 3 players actually on the side of A side waiting for the players to push. But yeah, again, it looks like Paw Patrol don't know what they're wanting to do. They might fight over here.
Kushlord does win it, making it a 3v3, and now the defense has to be split up. Not too sure why. Someone would look for some information in that scenario when there's only 35 seconds left on the round. And now they're going to be rushing B, but Nexi does hear the flashbang. Oh, it's a decoy. Got me. Nexi gets one, almost managed to find the second, dinks down Nats to 46 HP, and it's 2v2.
Yeah, the bomb does go down. That Molotov just skimming onto Nats over here. She's got Shev and Leaf to take down. Unfortunately, Shev falls to Simone and Nats finishing off Leaf. And 10-11, finally.
A round for Paw Patrol. I don't think I'd be saying that very often, to be fair. I guess even if I don't say who's going to win, I'm still wrong.
100%. A full buy on the side of. I have to read this thing as completely reading wrong. It looks like they'll be pushing B really quickly. Unfortunately, Sin 5 calling this and not calling correctly. They go out towards A long and they're going to have to do a full-on retake. And I think Paw Patrol knows this. They know that they've got a full-on retake to take on, and they're going to do exceptionally well. They've all got their angles that they're holding. This is going to be tough.
Somebody just playing aimbots there towards lowers. Getting 2 great shots. Pushload missing most of his spray. Does manage to track down Chevalele. And now it's all left on Tinks to manage to get some exits. She does get 1. And that is 11-11.
Yeah, scored. Ties. Again. Hopefully we'll be seeing a full buy from both sides of the team. A UMP in the hands of Leaf. Nexi with the FAMAS. Tinks opting for the Scout. And M4 in the hands of Chev and Baby Tooth with the rest of the goals on the side of Paw Patrol with full AK-47 buy. It looks like it's going to be a nice little A-long push. Kalikush will be taking some Molotovs and pushing some util towards A long, and I think the information has been put out. 2 players are on A side, 1 player on catwalk. I think she might just run into here. Scorps unfortunately taking down Leaf, but Chev with the refrag onto Nats, and Nats trying to throw out some util, and unfortunately not working her no favor. A nice little 2k from Kalikush. Scorp's taking down Chev, and Nexi's got a lot of dirty work to do. She has a kit in her hands. She's on short. But she might just run into a player over here if she doesn't check her correctly.
Ooh, good shot there by Scorps to take down Nexi. Not easy to hit those shots. But that is the 12th round for Paw Patrol. And this is the first time they've been in the lead this half, which is actually pretty insane to talk about. As we see Sin 5 taking their 3rd timeout. Maybe just telling, okay, we have to save here. What are we going to do? Let's all get on the same page and just work into it.
Definitely. Noodle, do you have any info in terms of the YouTube channel yet? Okay.
Oh.
Our YouTube...
No, we haven't looked.
No, it's not right on my side.
Oh, okay, cool. Then straight. The DDoS, bro.
Save round for Sun 5. They're going to push towards mid 3 players. Other 2 players out towards long. Unfortunately, not catching anybody off guard. So full retake again. This is the 2nd time they've made that call and just not working in their favor. They've got some damage to do because there's so many players. Nats. Caddy push with that nasty angle. Taking down 2 players. Will it be a 3rd? Leaf drop down to 23 HP. It looks like Scorp will be pushing her. Will she get the kill? I don't think she knows she's in lowers hiding around. Oh. Kushlord catching her off guard. 13-11 in favor of Paw Patrol.
I mean, Paw Patrol just taking this momentum back. They're looking very, very like cohesive at the moment. They have a lot of synergy, playing well together. No longer needing those big 2 or 3Ks to open up sites anymore. Just trading well, and that's what you need to do as a team. Play it slowly, play as a team. That's the advantage you have. You can throw out utility, play as a team, trade, and you should have a bomb site relatively easy because your forces and your numbers aren't as spread.
Yeah, I totally agree. Bomb towards B site. 2 players out in a long. Let's see what Paw Patrol is going to do. I think what they're doing at this moment is they're taking control of this T side for the last 2-3 rounds that we've seen, where they've managed to counter everything that Sin 5 have been doing. And unfortunately for Sin 5, they just haven't had the economy to keep up with the rounds. Kelly holding B uppers, spotting a player onto catwalk from lowers. doing a little bit of damage. Baby 2 dropping down to 20 HP. Nats falling to 55. But still, we don't know what's happening with the bomb, what's happening with the players, what are they going to do. They're playing full time. They've got nice little, default setups over here, playing for map control, playing for information, but it just doesn't look like they know what they're wanting to do. Leaf going to be running into 2 players over here. She gets flashed, but not really.
That shot, the Kelly push. What was that, Bounty Tinks? That was insane. But we are going to see Paw Patrol busy taking this cat area, and Scorps has just disconnected, making it a 3v3. Nat and Simone both finding a kill, and now Nexi left all alone, trying to get onto this A bomb site and hopefully gain a retake.
It's going to be a tough one for Nexi. I think she needs to take that AWP and save what she can this round. They don't have economy to take on fights. They won't be able to buy in the next round. So it's gonna be quite a tough one for the girls to win this round. But I think Paw Patrol will safely secure this 14th round for themselves.
I mean, I think that's a pretty good call, considering Nexi is just chilling in top mid. Maybe going to find Kushlord here? Nope, no, she's not. And that's going to be 14-11 to Paw Patrol, and now Sin 5 was on the cusp of taking this map away, have to fight tooth and nail in order to stay in this map.
Unfortunately, one of their players dropping out of the map, or out of the server, in fact. So a technical pause is due, and we wait to see if and hope that her PC bombed out, and we hope that she may be able to reconnect shortly. We just have confirmation that she is coming back. What have been your thoughts on this game so far, Lul? Sorry, quite interesting.
I mean, I think Sin 5 have played extremely well. They are obviously worked a lot on the mid-round calling. They've been making rotates left, right, and center, especially there on the T side. They're looking like a whole new team. We always knew they had the skill, but it was the mindset that was kind of coming in the way during the Placement Cup that was kind of holding them back from being the team that they could be. But this is a really good showing. They've obviously become close as a team, and they believe in each other and what the calls are being, like, whatever is being called, they are doing. So I like to see that. I like to see the confidence. Obviously, very good team spirit at the moment. And I just hope that even if they do lose this map, that they keep it through the series, and then from the series onto the next, and so on and so forth.
Definitely. I mean, we have mentioned that this isn't and hasn't been their map choice, and they're doing exceptionally well. I mean, 14-11 on a map that you weren't initiating or prepped for, or it wasn't even maybe one that you chose.
Yeah.
So 14-11 for Sin 5, actually trailing right below or right behind the Paw Patrol girls is, it's really, really a good job to them. Good job. So their second map will be coming up if they don't manage to win this. But I mean, nonetheless, we don't know what's going to happen in this next round. We could possibly see them catching up to a couple of rounds and maybe even go into an overtime on Dust. I mean, that's happened copious amounts of time. So let's see what happened. Let's see what happens this map. My slide table might break. So Simone's slide table might break, but nonetheless, they are unpausing, and we are waiting for the captain on the side of Sin 5, Effie, just to let us know that we are able to go ahead with this round. I'm super keen to see what happens into round 26.
Do you see a proper, I would say, we see a proper full buy from the side of Paw Patrol, and what looks like some alternate reality from Sin 5, where you see 4 Famuses and an AWP.
Yeah, and we see some people in chat saying, when I grow up, I want to be able to use the FAMAS like Nexi. She is really good with the FAMAS, not particularly one of my favorites. Oh, flash coming out, Nexi avoiding it completely. 2 players up towards B side, and it looks like they're playing towards long. Kushlord getting the first kill on to Nexi, Baby Tooth, and Nat's spotting some players towards long. Nat's dropping down to 4 HP, completely unhealthy over there, and she's 1 shot away from losing her life. looks like they're going to be pushing towards B. Tinks getting the nasty kill onto Simone. She's on catwalk over there. Nat is playing for some information towards Long. Unfortunately, not spotting Baby Tooth in the corner over there. She drops 2 of the players, and Calipush refragging with her with an AWP, and we see it's 3v2 or 2v2.
And Tinks does spot out the barrel of Caddy Kush. Oh, she takes a shot. She doesn't hit it. But that does allow Kushlaw to swing out to take it down. Oh, Leaf dinks down Caddy Kush. Leaf with that FAMAS can work.
Yeah, she's got 5 HP, and Kushlaw dropped down to 40 HP. So, you know, Leaf can do a lot of damage over here. It looks like she's going to be rotating around, maybe push out towards Long. I don't know if that's going to ultimately be such a great idea. I mean, she's got an AWP to take on, but it looks like the girls are looking towards short. Calikush has got 5 HP. She's got to take down Leaf, who has picked up an AK-47. I mean, you could throw a flashbang at her and she could potentially, you know, lose her life. A Molotov going out.
Oh, that Molly could do it.
Pushing her out of position completely.
That's so scary. How's she alive? How's she alive?
Oh my goodness. Calikush. Leaf doesn't have She doesn't have a kit.
Oh, and Caddy Kush wins it anyway. How? I just want to know how the Molly didn't spread. How does Caddy Kush not get pushed out of position there? Such a confident play from Caddy Kush just to stay on site and see if the Molly spreads. If that Molly spreads, she's dead. But she's like, I back it. It's not going to happen, and she wins the round. Map point to.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm still reading some 5 on my side. Nexi getting a nasty kill onto Kushlot in lows or towards B sides over there, but excuse me, naturally fragging over there. Insta 4v4. Some guns on the hands of their Calikush. Yeah, she is really doing some ultimate dirty work.
Oh, Simone does take down Chevrolet. Chevrolet could have gone absolutely crazy there. She does like retakes.
Yeah, she does, and she's been offering her
P90. That's one. Oh, can't get another one. Leaf does trade of Simone now. Scorps. Leaf getting the second kill, and that's going to keep Sininster 5 in this map. She doesn't have a kit, but she doesn't need one.
She's got more than enough time to defuse that. 15-12, still in favor of Paw Patrol, but such an exceptional retake from the girls on the side of Sin 5. My heart is beating out of my chest, Lord, sorry.
Is your heart beating out of your chest? I would suggest seeing a cardiovascular surgeon, but we are going to see Scorpsy and everyone else on the side of Paw Patrol picking up AKs and AWP. And even though Sin 5 won that round, their bar is very compromised. Tinks only on a Deagle, a P90 on Baby Tooth.
Yeah, we saw Baby Tooth do lots of damage with that P90 in the previous round, so let's not take it down too quickly. Nonetheless, there is a full buy on the side of Paw Patrol, and as I say that, Tinks falling to Nazi, and unfortunately we don't get to see the end of that round, but nonetheless, 16-12, I assume was the score.
So, assuming that. This happened to me as well when I was casting ACCE. It must be a new GOTV issue with the latest.
The thing is, it's because they swap over quickly into the next map, it doesn't lead enough time for us to see the last round. Super unfortunate for us. We should maybe just chat to the girls that are playing and let them know that, you know, seeing as we're on GOTV, that we need to just wait a little bit so that we also get to see the last rounds. Paw Patrol 16 and Sin 5 12. They take map number 1, and we are going into Overpass in favor of Sin 5.
I mean, Sin 5 played really well, all things considered. That wasn't their map pick, and I'm very excited to see what they do on Overpass, which was their map pick. And, I mean, maybe take it to a third map, which is Inferno.
We'll see what happens this map over here. We are waiting for the girls to load in. I think we're just going to take a quick 2-minute break. I just want to go grab some water.
I also want to go grab some Oros.
And we'll be back in the next 2 to 5 minutes.
You're alive.
The Iris League Diamond Cup. Sin 5 versus Paw Patrol. It is map number 2. Paw Patrol in the lead with 1 map at the moment. They are going to be, it looks like, knifing for sides on this map. It is Sin 5's map, so hopefully they'll be able to catch this map, and then we can hopefully see map number 3 tonight. But yeah, let's see what happens. Myself in my chat. I don't know which chat I'm hearing myself in. This one.
Do you see Paw Patrol forgetting that they actually have to knife for sides here? It does look like one of the players is still AFK. Not ideal situations,
Definitely
but
not.
it does seem to be working for them.
Yeah, Baby Tooth last alive, unfortunately falling to Simon, and it looks like they'll be choosing which side they would like to start on. No, we don't. Apparently they don't knife. You know. They get sides. I'm not sure that's how it actually works. As far as I remember, you choose your side, you choose your map, and then you knife each side. Anyway, looks like that is the case indeed.
They're just
Yeah,
kidding around.
they were just joking.
Some good friendly banter. Gotta love it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this. What are you wanting to see Sin 5 do? What are the winning conditions here? What do they have to do in order to take down Paw Patrol?
Seeing as they'll be starting on the side of T side, actually. Is it they'll be starting T side?
Yeah.
It's going to be unity. I mean, I think the biggest thing you're going to need to want to do now is you want to take control of a site and have, I think they lacked a little bit in terms of their pre-plants and post-plants positioning. You know, after they got the bomb down, they tend to lose a lot of their players, and that unfortunately suffices and diffuse. So it would be nice to see them holding sites and keeping sites. Very good call over there. Lots of kills coming through. Dropping down to a 2v2 as we speak. And as I say, that Lee falls to Kush. Kush and Scorps last alive. Chef getting the kill onto Kush, and she's got to take down Scorps. It is now a 1v1. She's got the bomb in her hands, but Scorps with a nasty little rotate. But Chef not falling for it. And yeah, they get a round number 1 for them, which is absolutely magnificent, I would say, for them. It's a lot of players that were lost in that round.
Honest the pistol, but can we just appreciate the game sense from Chev to look back towards Monster, not just get so consumed with the fact that the person went short, busy checking Monster,
you know,
wins the round.
Yeah, and generally pushing onto a side where most of the players from the side of CT are on, you would think that they would have lost that round, and they were a player short in the beginning, early into the round as well, but they managed to bring it around back. Nats unfortunately falling to Tinks coming from lowers over there, and Pistols on the side of Paw Patrol. They have lost a player, and they've got some nasty SMGs to take on. Those Mac 10s are so accurate, and they absolutely love hits. So you've got recall control, you've got that Mac 10, you know, sorted.
I mean, they already have this entire A side, but Baby Tube's going to get one. She's going to find 3 more if she's not careful. And she isn't careful enough as she takes out her knife and uses her knife. Yes. Push law. Takes down 1. She needs to find 3 more if she wants to win this round.
Yeah, it's going to be tough with the limited ammo that you do have with that gun. Unfortunately, she falls to Nexi with the Mac 10. And Nexi seems to save the P90 rather. And AK-47 in the hands of Chev. Is that an MP5 in Tinks' hands? The silenced one. I'm not sure how to play this game in a while.
Baby 2 picking up the alligator. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird to not see them upgrade. I would have liked to see them upgrade to better weapons, in my opinion. But they've got to take on M4s and FAMASs now, so it's going to be a tough one for them. We'll see what they're going to do. The Baby Tooth, she's got an SM in her hands. It's going to be nasty if you run into that.
But just slowing it down. I'm not too sure why the alligator, though, on the side. I say that, but she does get Scorp's head and managed to get a young $900 there.
Yeah, easy cash if you're looking for the economy. It looks like they will be rushing down towards B, but the players on A side are actually rotating, or the players from B side have rotated to A side. Lots of utility coming out, blocking a lot of players. I don't think they know that there's nobody on site. They literally just walk onto site and be okay. Chev,
Kalikush gets smoked out eventually. So this allows the bomb to go down here. Leaf managed to find a good headshot to Nats. Now Kalikush and Kushlord need to pull off a 2v4 retake. Not too sure if they actually want to, considering the economy is not looking the greatest, and these weapons might be the only ones to take it to the next round. Kushlord spraying. Oh, okay, Dominant taking down Kushlord through the wall, taking down Kalikush as well. 3-0.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was such a nasty shot from Tinks, and it isn't the first time tonight that we've seen Tinks do some completely crazy stuff. She's just been doing really crazy stuff tonight. It's crazy to see her. But they're going to be taking on 5 full-blown AK-47s with a lot of utility. Leaf falling down to 88 HP, taking some damage over there. They've got pistols on the side of Paw Patrol, and unfortunately not working in the favor of Nats. She is the first player to fall on the side of Paw Patrol. It's a 5v4. This is
That was a nasty little shot. As Nexi with great spray control, taking down 2 players there from Paw Patrol. 1v4 situation. I'm not too sure Scorp's can do it. Maybe just going to try to save this AK-47.
Yeah, I would opt for saving this AK-47. It's great to have an AK-47 in the hands of CT. I think she's got some footwork, and she might just run into a really good combo. Yeah, yes, she does. She takes down 2 of the players, and it's actually in her favor. She's got the bomb with her. She's got 92 HP and an AK-47 in her hands. This is not looking good for Sin 5. The bomb's still down. Nexi and oh my gosh. Scorp's taking Nexi's face completely off, but Baby Tooth managing to resurrect that round. Sin 5 in the lead with 4 rounds. We go into round 5, and wow, this has been so crazy.
It's been really good by Sin 5. They actually said earlier in chat, as well as the previous map, that as long as Sin 5 keep playing with confidence and keep listening to mid-round calls and trusting each other, that they can take this map.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
that's happening right now. It's lovely to see. As we see a proper B rush, but Simone taking the head straight off of Baby Tooth. Tinks does manage to make it a 4v4, trading out there, but she's only on 18 HP as that nade does do a little bit of damage onto her. Oh, Leaf with a nasty shot onto Natch as the smoke blooms. Kushlord with the flank finds Leaf.
Yeah, it's a 3v3. Players are unfortunately not positioned very well at the moment. Yeah, Tinks dropped down to 18 HP, and Nexi, unfortunately, Nexi getting the kill onto there, but Kushlord finishing her up, and they will get the defuse onto this. They don't even need kits. They've got so much time to work. So unfortunate for Sin 5. They had such a good push. I think maybe that they played that round a little bit too quickly. They had no utility going out towards B. They just pushed onto B side. None of the areas were smoked off. Simon was standing out in the open, and she just, took the first face off without a problem. So not a good round from Sin 5, but let's see if they can recuperate this round. Chev on a deagle, the rest of the girls with AK-47s. Scorps has an AWP. She'll be scanning through towards mid, and Nat's trying to get the little smoke peek in mid. Let's see what the girls do. Kushlord and Simon taking control of water. Unfortunately, Tink's feeling the after effect of pushing out of that smoke.
Oh, Nexi with a good shot onto Nats there. Now Nexi and Baby Tooth actually have an opportunity here. The bomb is easily retrievable. Spam going up. Oh. Good shot there by Baby Tooth. Nexi also taking down Kushlord. Now all of a sudden it goes from a 3v2 to a 2v1 situation. The bomb is going to get retrieved here. And Kalikush has to do a lot of work with the AWP. Maybe going to swap out to an M4. That's what I would be doing right now. But she makes the decision to go up to A.
She
Nade
does.
out.
She tends to stick with her AWP, and in most scenarios, it tends to work in her favor. I won't lie. We saw Kelly Kush in the previous map on Dust, where she got that collat on both the players. She takes down Baby Tooth. That's player number one. The bomb is down, and Nexi has got to take her down. Nexi drops her to 13 HP, almost dropping her completely. And it's the bomb that needs to go down now. There's 30 seconds into the round. Kylie Kush making her way towards bomb. Nexi she could get this quivers. She could literally.
Oh, that's her
I might
second
say
quivers.
that.
That's her second quivers for this best of 3. She knows how to use those nades. She gets them quivers.
She did. Unfortunately, keeping that AWP didn't work in her favor. She gets the first kill, but she doesn't get the second. The player just unfortunately took her down to too low of an HP to take on that battle, and that nade just destroyed her completely. 5 rounds to Sin 5, and it looks like Paw Patrol, they've got a lot of work to do. They've only 1 round in. Not looking too good for Paw Patrol, I must say, though. It was Sin 5's map choice, so super unfortunate. Leaf getting the first kill onto Crystal. Scorps trading up with Tinks, but Nexi taking down 2 of the players, spotting Callie on B side.
So I'm just retrying my game here. Simone catching Nexi off guard there. And now the tension's a little bit split. Things are happening a bit quicker. Chevalier finding a very important kill onto Kelly Kush. Simone does have an AK, and Simone does hit headshots when she feels like it, and let's hope she's in the mood to do something crazy.
She had that crazy play in lowers where she actually managed to get the bomb, not winning the round, but it was a really good play from her. Unfortunately, catching the player off guard over there, losing the round. Sin 5-6 and Paw Patrol only trailing by 1 round. And we're going to see a nice full buy over here. Is Scorp's going to opt for an AWP? No, she's not. She's going to stick to the M4A4. And it's full AK-47s on the side of Sin 5F. This is their map choice, so we would naturally expect them to be in the lead. And they are in the lead. And they're doing such a great job at it. Nats with that sneaky peek over the top. But Tinks re-trading onto Nats and Callie Kush, taking down the 2 stronger players on the side of Paw Patrol. Lots of util going towards A side, and they've got 3 players to take down. Those players have kits and they have utility, so this could be a tough take onto side.
Oh. Spray just missing Scorp's head. Very difficult shot to hit. There towards Optimus. Where are these bullets going from? Things going right through their head of, I believe it was Kush Lord. Getting serious goat a bit there, I think.
It's going to be a tough
finally takes down Kush Lord. Scorps, refragging, 2v2. What's happening here? Bomb is going towards B.
Going towards B, but Scorp, she's noticed that, so she's going to throw some util to stop that push. The smokes come out on spots ahead. Is she going to win the fight? Unfortunately, she doesn't. Nexi taking her down, but she does drop down to 34 HP. Simone is deadly. She's got a defuse kit in her hand. She's got utility to do this refrag or this retake. And in fact, she might actually be able to do this if Sin 5 don't have good positioning at the moment.
Things slow down a little bit here. Simone finds her way onto side quite easy, smoking off the bomb, trying to bait out the peak. Nexi does. Simone not looking the right way, going down.
Super unfortunate. Nonetheless, Sin 5 secured their 7th round, and Paw Patrol unfortunately still on 1, trying to make their way onto the scoreboard. Full buys again. Full set of M4s, full set of AK-47, lots of utility on the side of Sin 5 FE, a little bit lacking in Kali and Nat. But you know, we've seen Sin 5 not actually really using a lot of utility to get onto the site, so you know, does it really make a difference?
I mean, I feel like you need an AWP on the side of CT on this map. You need to be a little bit more aggressive. We see Paw Patrol have been playing constantly on site, just waiting for pushes. You need to you need to do something to change the momentum of the map. You're not going to do that by just winning gunfights, because Sin 5 have aim. They will be happy to take those fights, and they're going to throw the utility as they rush here onto the B site. There are 3 players on B. The body comes towards us, but so just like that, Simone and Kushal partnering up to take down 3 players. And Leaf only on 36 HP. The bomb is stranded.
Not looking good for Leaf and Tinks, and unfortunately they lose their lives to Kushlord and Simone. A really good hold on to B side over there. You know, even though they had anticipated all the utility came out, they had counter util that had pushed those players that couldn't push together, united as a team, and unfortunately Sin 5 felt the effects of that. They finally get their second round into round 10. 7 rounds in. Sin 5 are still in the lead, but they are on their pistols. Are they going to do something? I feel like a lot of people, because they have a pistol, they just YOLO, you know, just rush, just do something, get the round over and done with. But if you play like strategically, you can actually win your rounds with the pistols, and we've seen how great Sin 5 do with their pistols.
I mean, Sin 5 do have a really good amount of damage. It doesn't do as much damage as I thought it would be, but they have a bit of strategy, taking a long area. That nasty little boost over there, getting one. Unfortunately, coming straight into all of the M4s and FAMASs.
Yeah, they'd taken so long to get onto site that all of the players except for one had already rotated towards A site. So they had 4 powerful guns that they had run onto A site because they were spotted on long already, and then their utility just took way too long to get out there. And with the pistols, I mean, you want to play close quarters. You don't want to take, you know, A long. A long is not a good call for pistols unless you have beagles and lots of, you know, flashbangs and so forth. So, you know, bad call from Sin 5 FE in my opinion, but nonetheless we see them again onto the eco. 2 Tech 9s, a CZ, they like to call that the mini AK-47 or the pocket AK, and 2 P250s in the hands of Chev and Baby 2. They have some utility, and it looks like they're going to be setting up for A site again. This time they are coming towards and from short, spotting a player in long. A little bit of a dink onto Calicush over there. Lots of, they're just blind all the time.
And Nats doesn't need to do anything more than take off the heads, as she gets 3 kills quite easily. Calicush just pre-firing the angle as Chevrolet just walks into it.
Super unsuccessful onto their A pushes, but nonetheless they have been pushing their A's with just pistols and not a lot of utility in their hands. So they will be buying up this round. Hopefully we'll see them use their utility correctly, because what Paw Patrol have been doing is they've been countering their utility. We saw in the previous round on B when they tried to push the, you know, B side 2 rounds prior, they threw their utility onto B sites. You know, they had the heaven smoke, they have graffiti smoke and so forth, but the girls just knocked down some Molotovs onto short and monster, and you know, 2 players had managed to get onto B site, but the rest of them were still hanging back because the Molotovs were there. There was no counter utility from Sin 5. So hopefully they'll be able to, you know, spot these little nicks and crannies, or crooks and crannies. I don't know what the actual
Nooks and crannies, I think.
Crannies?
Yeah, but let's just remember that this is, traditionally speaking, a very CT-sided map. So even if Sin 5 don't win one more round, they're in a very good stead.
No, 100% they are. They are already, and they're doing exceptionally well for the side of CT, or for the side of T, my apologies. But it looks like the bomb is towards A, and they'll be pushing towards A side. Well, we'll see if they'll be pushing towards A side. 3 players towards B, still hanging around, trying to play for some information, bait out some utility from the girls on Paw Patrol, and sure, 1 minute still to go. They've got lots of time to work with, but it's dead quiet.
I mean, I don't think I've heard that much silence on a Counter-Strike map before in my life. As you see, a little bit of a fake coming here as the utility is thrown to B, and it is causing a rotate. This is lovely.
But is it going to be enough? There are still players on A. Calicush spotting ahead on short. And she spots yet another one, but she is flashed. This is is not going well for them.
Fortunately, the rotate doesn't really matter because Nats just seems to be hitting all of her shots this map, and it's absolutely insane.
Well, Nats was hitting her shots the previous map, and she's hitting her shots this map as well.
I mean,
But yeah, Sin 5, they've got to do something. They've got to find a way to counter what Paw Patrol is doing. I think Paw Patrol, they took their first couple of rounds. They were losing their first couple of rounds, and they've actually managed to counter it. They noticed what Sin 5 was doing, and they've made a way to turn the tables. And that's exactly what they did. And now they're scoring so many rounds. Simone getting a nasty 3k, Leaf managing to get the trade on Scorps, Kushlord finishing off Shev, and she might as well finishes off Nexi, and they will go in to secure the defuse, only losing one player that round, and they will secure round 6. They are still behind, while Sin 5 cover with 7.
I mean, Sin 5 right now, their economy is looking okay. They're probably going to decide, okay, cool, we're going to do this thing and we're going to execute it well. They've tried the fake, they've tried the rush, they got the bomb down. So now they can just be happy, calm a little bit down, and try to get this round. One round at a time is what I would be telling my team at the moment.
Because they're going to have a tough next round if they do lose this round in terms of economy. But let's see what they do. Baby Took heading towards long. She doesn't have an AWP. Looks like she's opting for not being. There is a player waiting for her should she want to sneak her head a little bit around the corner. Tinks, she has an AWP in her hand. She is headed towards Monster. It wouldn't be a smart idea to push out with an AWP first. They are smoked off from water, so they can't really do much. Just a sneaky little boost over here from Simon and Kushlord, but the bait with that flashbang, and
Simone spots out ahead, but doesn't find anything as the spam is coming through. That nade could do a lot of damage, and it does, taking Simone down to 67 HP. I mean, that's pretty big.
That is, but the girls, they have the information that the girls are in water, and obviously playing four B sides, I would naturally assume. And Simone could have the sound cues for the rotates over here onto shorts if Sin 5 allow it.
Everything's slowing down a little bit, but now the noise has been made, and I think some rotations are going to happen from the B side. They have to get on side right now. That nade from Nats, doing a lot of damage. Spam through the smoke. Leaf taking down 1, taking down 2, and now all of a sudden it's a 2v2 situation. And Molly still on Baby Tooth as Scorps takes her down, takes down Leaf, and makes it a 7-7 scoreline between Paw Patrol and Sin 5. Economy is actually okay.
It's not too bad. I think they were on max loss bonus, so they managed to secure some AK-47s and utility. But what a disappointing round. I mean, we saw that smoke land on Optimus. This is now the 5th time that we've seen it, and it fails every single time, and the girls just keep peeking from that on the side of CT, and the fighters haven't done anything to try and rectify it whatsoever.
I mean, I like this change of a bit of a contact play here. The utility coming more as a supportive measure than an entry measure. Nats does take down 1, takes down 2. And now we're left in a 3v2 situation. Nexi has to find Nats right now. She does do that. Unfortunately, Kalikush does take her down. Leaf, she's been absolutely amazing in the series. She now has to find 2 kills in order to win the round.
Yeah, but Kalikush has the angle on her, and unfortunately she peaks just a little bit too wide. And for the first time, we actually see Paw Patrol in the lead. 8-7 to Paw Patrol. Sin 5, unfortunately, losing their trails. And what was that? 6-7 rounds. That 7 rounds that Paw Patrol had secured one after the other without a loss in between.
No, that half started so well for Sininster 5, but it just seems that Paw Patrol came together. They decided, okay, what we're doing wrong is that we are giving them too many 1v1s, and they just played together. I was criticizing them because they were taking too long to do anything. They weren't changing it up, but sometimes that works. I think Sin 5 may be guilty of kind of overthinking things sometimes. Maybe those fakes weren't that necessary.
Yeah, they definitely weren't. They didn't. I mean, overpasses is a really hard map to try and secure a fake. I mean, the rotations from the CT side is so quick and easy. It's just practically impossible to try and get a rotate out there or whatever. But nonetheless, Simon getting the first kill onto Tinks, catching a little bit of damage. Oh, Shev with 2 kills. Is it going to be a third? She runs out of ammo, unfortunately, and is forced to reload. But she spots 2 heads. She gets a third. Will she secure the fourth? One of her players are coming from behind and might actually just spot her. Unfortunately, she falls. Kush and Scorps taking down 2 of the players on the side of Sin 5 FE. But it's a 2v2, and as I say that, Kushal taking down Nexi. Baby Tooth has got all the work to do.
Oh, good shot there by Scorps. Managed to take down Baby Tooth. Could have actually done something there. Unfortunately, the timing isn't in her favor. And the momentum is definitely in favor of Paw Patrol. And Sin 5 need to do something to take a round very quickly away and get their momentum back.
Yeah, super unfortunate for them over there. 9-7 in favor of Paw Patrol. We see Paw Patrol with the nasty Mac 10s in their hands. They've got lots of utility to work with. Chef failing her little grenade in there. Ooh, taking on the first fight. Nexi getting the first. Nexi getting the second. Unfortunately, trading off with Chef. Chef falls to Cali Kush. She gets 2 nasty little shots in lowers. And the bomb will head towards A side. There is a player on A. And hopefully that player will be able to get her teammate to just rotate in time so that they can do this retake together.
Bomb going down Nexi and Baby Tooth. Just kind of waiting for these smokes to dissipate. The barrel is spotted out by Caddy Kush, and Baby Tooth's going to go down Nexi.
Oh.
Somehow doesn't win that fight, and Caddy Kush is going to get another kill, and is going to make it a 10-7. 10-7 scoreline. Sorry. I don't know why I couldn't get those words out of my mouth.
Okay, we also lag sometimes. Our brains need RAM, and sometimes that doesn't always happen the way we like it to happen.
I feel like my brain needs a dual screen monitor setup, because right now it doesn't do very well just focusing on 2 things at once.
Not at all. I feel like I've got too many Google Chrome tabs open and it's eating my RAM, and I'm just lagging. Nonetheless, 10-7. Paw Patrol are in the lead. Unfortunately, Sin 5 have got a lot of work to do. They are forced onto the economy round. Kush Lord getting the first kill onto Leaf and to Nexi, but Tink's doing some damage, taking down 2 of the players in lowers. Nat's getting the refrag onto her. Chev is left all by herself, and she's got some dirty work to do. Oh, unfortunate for her. A nice eco from them. 3 players that unfortunately lost a lot of economy in that round. So not too bad from Sin 5. They will be buying up for the first time this round. Baby Tooth, the P90. The rest of the girls on M4s. And Calico, she has an AWP in her hands. The rest of the girls with AK-47s. There is so much util to be used. And 4 defuse kits on them. So let's see. Next playing very aggressive with a little pop flash onto water, and it works in her favor. Nat with a sneaky little push into monster panels, and it pays off. She takes Baby Tooth's face right off.
I mean, I did enjoy that aggressive peek there from Nexi, but once she gets it, she needs to fall off. Kind of over-aggressing there again. 1 kill, looking for the second. Sometimes just need to be happy to get the first and fall back. As you see, Chevrolet taking down Scorps, and they are off for this retake, but Kelly Kush takes her down. The refrag is there, and she doesn't manage to get the second, leaving Kush on 14 HP to win the round.
Yeah, Sin 5 are doing so much damage to the girls on Paw Patrol. It's just not doing enough justice. They're doing the damage and they're getting the damage that they require, but they're taking on way too many 1v1 fights, and I think it's kind of playing against them. So hopefully they'll be able to turn that around, take on some fights where they can actually 2 players against 1 player, or something in that line, and see what they can do. Looks like a nice little B push again from the girls from Paw Patrol. 2 players playing towards short. Simon with a bomb in canals.
Oh, that Deagle shot just misses. Joe, what is that from Leaf? Two Deagle headshots there onto Nats and Kush Lord.
I'm so sad I missed that.
The AK is picked up by Nexi. The bomb is slowly making the way towards mid. But, okay, just gets dropped down. Looks like they're going to look for a little bit more info before deciding to go anywhere.
And most of the players are towards A sides, towards B sides, and they're starting to only now rotate onto A, but they don't know what's happening. There's utility coming from Scorps, and Scorps taking down Baby 2. We're dropping down to a 4v3, still in favor of Sin5, so they have a fairly good chance of winning this round if they just continue to hold the angles that they have been holding. And this bomb though, what is happening with this bomb?
I mean, I don't think they've decided to go anywhere yet, but they have to make a decision rather quickly as they do go up this area. Not too sure why they would close the door, signaling that it's going to be an A take, as all of the Sin5 players are busy pushing onto this A bomb site. The bomb is going to go down, and they're just going to play a retake. Not a bad idea. Catikush hits the first shot. Scorps hitting the second. Leaf finding one. Leaf finding two. That's a 4K, and she needs to ace in order to clutch this round.
That's going to be tough. She's got 17 HP. She's taking on Scorps with 72 HP. She fakes the defuse. Is Scorps going to fall for it? It doesn't look like it. Scorps might. Unfortunately, she's just not falling for that little fake defuse.
She's not looking at the right
angle. No, she's not.
Leaf needs to look at the other angle right now. She needs to tap that bomb, and it's now too late.
Well played from Scorps, not falling for those little fakes from the player on A side trying to defuse. But yeah, nonetheless, they secure round 13, and if it carries on with this momentum, Paw Patrol might actually win their second map and, take the win tonight.
Feels if Sin5 have been playing better than they've been showing right now. Busy losing a lot of retake scenarios and post-plant scenarios. Honestly, sometimes things just don't go your way.
A nice little change up from them. 2 AWPs, Domina Tinks with one and Baby Tooth with the other. I actually got that right this time. 3 M4A4s on the rest of the group, but their utility is not looking too strong. They've got the fuse kits in their hands. Baby Tooth taking some nasty damage from Simon in water.
Ooh, good shot there by Chevrolet, making it a 4v4.
But the players not looking healthy. 41 HP on Chev and 39 on Tinks and Nexi being the only fairly healthy players on their side, and it looks like the bomb will be heading towards B. We'll see hopefully some quick rotates coming out. Lots of utility being played. Spotted. She falls, unfortunately. Leaf falling. Nexi getting a frag. Nexi getting a second. Nexi getting a third onto Simon. And she completely changes this round from a 3v4 to a 3v1. Nexi!
Nats needs to go absolutely crazy. She finds Nexi, and that's the person we worry about gone. But Tinksalele and Chevrolet are combining, peeking at the same time to take down Nats, and that is a round that Sin5 really needed.
They finally break the momentum. It's been how many rounds that Paw Patrol have secured without a loss, and this is the first round that we see that Sin5 managed to finally break that momentum. This is the first round that they lose, and they're forced down to an eco round.
It's crazy how the economy in this game works. If you're not winning by a big margin, your economy is just always on the brink of collapse. As we see that a long push that you don't like with pistols.
It's happening. It's happening yet again. Let's see if Paw Patrol will actually be able to do something. Tink should have spotted a player towards long there. Does she? Yes, she does. Taking down the first player. Nats, unfortunately, falling to the AWP in the hands of Tinks. But Simon with a refrag. Chev catching one off guard. But Kushlord with a retrade onto Chev, and we drop down to a 3v3. Simon with an AWP in her hands. Kushlord picking up a farmhouse on one of the carcasses, and this is not looking good for Sin5.
But Leaf does get one.
She gets an important play with an AWP in her hands, so Let's see if they'll be able to get this refrag going. Or this retake going. My apologies.
Bomb is smoked. Spam through smoke next. He does manage to find Caddy Push. Leaf finds Kush Lord, and that's going to be a 9th round for Sin 5.
Beautiful. They've broken the momentum of Paw Patrol, and hopefully they'll be able to continue at the rate that they are currently going. 13-9, still in favor of Paw Patrol, but it has been the final break trying to get Paw Patrol under the ground. They managed to secure 2 rounds with a nice little diffuse over there. And we see yet another full buy, both sides. AWP in the hands of Tinks. We've seen her do some dirty damage tonight. And a full AK-47 buy on the side of...
Ooh, good shot by Caddy onto Tinks.
Yeah, that's a quite a heavy economy player to be taken down. She loses the AWP. Nats with a nice little push through smoke and a flash, taking down Nexi. They are in favor at the moment, but Scorp's taking down Chev. Leaf and Babytooth, the last 2 alive. They both have diffuse kits, not a lot of utility at all, and this is not looking good for Sin 5.
Sin 5 really can't afford to lose this round. After winning the last 2 rounds, you were hoping that they'd string a few together. This will only make things even harder for them economy-wise.
Definitely, Babytooth getting 1 and not securing the second. Scorp's taking her down, but unfortunately Leaf and Kushlord, the last of the last, Kushlord taking down Leaf. And 14-9, they need 1 more round for map point, and Sin 5, they've got to do something. And they've got to do something right now in order to change the momentum of this game and see if they can get a couple more rounds, maybe even go into overtime. You know what, maybe even secure round 15 for themselves. I do hope for their sake that we can do that so we can see map 3. It would have been interesting to see. Was it Inferno that they would have played on?
Sin 5 are pushed up to as Leaf gets 1, Nexi getting 2, and now all of a sudden it's a ooh, good shot there by Chevalele, taking down Simone. And that makes it a 4v2 situation in favor of Sin 5. Kushlord making it a 3v2.
2 AK-47, lots of utility with Kush and Kali. So this is going to be a tough one. Chev might be able to pick up. She gets an AK-47 from her lovely teammates. Nexi getting the kill onto... Oh, that push though. They have the bomb. Do they know that they have the bomb?
Kushlord decides to blind herself. Now Tinks, with that MP9, can do like so much more damage than Kushlord can, but Kushlord does take her down.
Yeah, Kushlord is kind of... She's sitting in such a tight situation now. She doesn't know where the players are, and she's kind of got to play, pushing out where she possibly can and getting that bomb. Super unfortunate for Paw Patrol to actually have lost the bomb and given the power to Sin 5. But fortunate for Sin 5, they secure round 10, 14-10. 14-10. Oh my goodness, this game has been absolutely thrilling.
It has indeed. I'm very, very excited to be here. Like, in just terms of casting this, I've been in a loss of words for most of the time. It's just been such good fundamental Counter-Strike, and it's just something to behold. As you see, the A-long push with pistols that you do not enjoy happening yet again.
That's the Tech 9 in her hands, and Scorps with the Deagle. Kali, Kush, and Kushlord opting for the PTP, and Simone opting for the Glock. Unfortunately, that Deagle not doing any justice for Scorp. She falls early into the round for lead. Simone getting a kill with her Glock onto Tinks, but Chef refragging onto her. Kali Kush has dropped down to 18 HP, but you know what? She's got an AWP in her hand, and she's got 3 players to take on.
Believe in Kelly Push. I think she needs a shot. Never mind. I should not have believed in her. And now it's all left on Kushlord, who goes down to Nexi, and that's going to be the 11th round for Sin 5. But Paw Patrol is going to be able to rebuy into the next round if they just give up some utility.
Yeah, lots of economy for Sin 5, so they'll be fine in terms of utility and so forth. We see a nice little momentum breaker coming out over here, or as they like to call it, a P break.
I think I'm going to take a quick pee break too, BRB.
What? Kali is... It's so funny. You don't have... Sin 5, 11 rounds in, and 14 to Paw Patrol. It's round 26 with 7 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to do something here. Let's see. Will they be buying? It doesn't. It's quite a late buy, quite a late call. Unfortunately, they don't get that pause in just in time. So hopefully the players will be able to buy their buys. Kushlord still being AFK, unfortunately for them. But they're going to have to go into the round. They did not pull the pause in time. It looks like they'll be hanging towards spawn. Just to try and play out a little bit of time. Kushlord not going to have any utility or a gun in her hands, unfortunately.
Well, that's going to be big if Kushlord doesn't have anything in her hands.
They tried to call a
She's
pause.
one of the best fraggers.
She definitely is. They tried to call a pause, unfortunately didn't work in their favor, so they're going to be playing with one player short of a weapon this round. Dominatinx, I'm going to try and say that right. She's got an AWP in her hands. Nexie and Leave managing to save AK-47s off the carcasses of the T's, and M4s in the hands of Chef and Baby Tooth. All of them have new defuse kits, so this is going to be quite interesting. Bomb still hanging quite far back in the hands of Scorps. Looks like she'll be pushing towards the house. Nexie spotting a player in the pipe over there, taking the player down. Unfortunately, Krish not having much to offer that round.
And it was just Kushlord that went down. She didn't have any guns. She doesn't need too much. And that's finally a kill there by Scorps onto Chevrolet. That Optimus position is so powerful. They've got the side now, so the bomb can go down, but they just need to win the retake.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. Unfortunately, Ting's trying to peek a close angle over there, but Callum's trying to play the angle. Baby Tooth getting a nice little flank frag. Simone holding long, but there's so much damage to be done over here. Baby Tooth and Nexie, the last two players alive, and it's going to be a tough one. Spotting a player. Nexie spotting the player a little bit late on the call. She manages to take down the player at least, but she drops down to 7 HP. Baby Tooth should actually know what's this.
And just like that, it's map and series point for Paw Patrol. We see the terrorists decide Paw Patrol. They're going to take a timeout to make double sure everyone's brought up again. I do apologize. I did not take a pee break. I actually went to go say hello to my dog who was busy moaning.
Sounds like mine.
So chat, we really want to see a third map here. Do you think Sin 5 have it in them to be able to bring this back? I think if Nexie carries on the way she's going to single-handedly take us to overtime.
Yeah, she could. Lexi has been quite a strong player. We've seen tonight, in fact, even in the placement cup, she's been quite strong. We've also had a lot of commentators saying, somebody teach me how to spray the FAMAS like Nexie does. When I grow up, I want to be able to shoot the FAMAS the way Nexie does. Maybe she can do some damage this round as well. It looks like server lag there. Nexie, as we speak of the devil, taking Kushlord's face completely off.
With the FAMAS.
Yeah, with the FAMAS. Naughty. They started a player in lowers. Simone trying to get a little bit of information, not getting too much.
But it is currently a 5v4 in favor of Sin 5, and they need every single bit of advantage they can get. Still a minute left on the clock, but no smokes left for Sin 5, so they can't stop any type of push that comes their way. Only Nexie with the molly, but that's not going to be enough to stop any type of rush. You see the bomb coming towards this banana area. Flash going up for Simone. Simone peeks with it. Very good supportive utility being thrown by Paw Patrol. Nat's taking down Tinks.
Not a player that you want to be losing so early into the round, but unfortunately Tinks didn't have much to offer. She only had a Eagle. She falls into the round. Nexie taking Nats down with the FAMAS. Simone getting a kill onto Chev, dropping this round down to a 3v3. Simone not too healthy. She's only sitting on 10 HP. And Leaf and Baby Tooth both with defuse kits in their hands, so they have a fairly good chance of taking this on. Scorps taking down a lot of damage. She drops down to 16 HP, and the bomb is ticking. These girls need to do and move quickly.
Very quick takedown. ACCE.
Cali.
Oh. I thought it was going to happen. I thought Sin5 was going to take us to 15-15, especially when Nexi got their first kill from us. But unfortunately, it's going to be 2-0 to Paw Patrol, and they're going to get the first points for the diamond. Sorry, yeah, for the diamond.
Yeah, definitely. Well played to Paw Patrol. Really good synergy between the team. Good utility. You know, dropping down to the basics of CS and exploiting it. So it was great to see how Paw Patrol came back and completely turned that game around. Sin5 was in the lead. They had that game, but it was so unfortunate for Sin5. It was their map choice. Unfortunately, they didn't feel the better end of it. But nonetheless, from myself, Kelly Serenity, and Bill, sorry, thank you so much for everybody joining us in the Diamond Cup tonight, hosted by REA's Esports. It is the Irish League, it is the Diamond Cup. We'll be back. Keep an eye on our Twitter feeds. We'll be posting all the up and coming games that will be streamed. There are games that will be happening in the background that won't be streamed, and all the scores will be posted online. Anything from your side, Bill? Sorry.
I just want to say thank you for everyone being in chat. A big shout out to the OGs who've been here throughout. Matthew, Nix, Puzzles, all of you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you to the ladies for how hard you work and giving us such great content. You guys are fantastic. And yeah, thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Noodle. We appreciate everything that goes into making the Irish League possible.
Definitely. So from myself and from everybody on the side of REAs, have a good evening, everybody, and we will see you guys soon.
Sweet, you guys are muted. Yeah. I don't know, but like, go for it. I don't know. It's because I missed a few, like frags, you know. I was a little bit busy with something else. Hey, it's so rude. You can't say things like that. I get you. You too. Thank you guys for saving my butt mostly. Cheers, man. All the best. Good night. Night, night. Bye, bye, bye.